Turn around and go back to the hole at the beginning. 1 single crochet, 2 chains, then slip stitch in the first stitch. Conclude this round of crocheting. Cut the yarn. Weave in the ends. Next we work the outer second round. Outer second round. Our insertion position is the wrong side. Wrong side of the motif. Behind this single crochet. Behind here we see little horizontal bars. Behind here let's look. This above is a complete stitch. 2 yarns. And on the wrong side below here there's a horizontal bar. When we insert the hook in the last round, we always pick up this horizontal bar. Work. Don't pick up the stitch above. Similarly, join the yarn from the corner. Right after the last single crochet. Insert the hook from the top of the motif. Pick up the horizontal bar behind. Then draw the loop through. Leave a yarn tail. Work 1 chain stitch. Tighten and then work 2 chain stitches. Make a beginning chain by wrapping the yarn around. 1, wrap again. 2, okay, this second chain stitch is the first stitch of this round. Next work a half double crochet. Yarn over. Similarly, the insertion point is the horizontal bar of the next single crochet. Yarn over. From the wrong side of the next single crochet. Pick up the horizontal bar behind. Work a half double crochet. Next work 4 single crochets. The insertion point is also the horizontal bar behind. Insert the hook directly into this horizontal bar. Yarn through to work a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then work 3 slip stitches. Insert the hook directly. Yarn through to work a slip stitch. Here don't pull the slip stitches too tight. Let it form a chain space. Carry to the next stitch. Then work 4 single crochets. For this round all insertion points are this horizontal bar behind. Then when reaching the corner chain, for the chain we pick up the horizontal bar on the back of the chain stitch. Insert into the horizontal bar on the wrong side of the chain stitch. Work a half double crochet. Then 2 chains. Next into the horizontal bar on the back of another chain stitch. Work another half double crochet. For this row all insertion points are on the wrong side here. We'll be working half double crochets from now on. Work a half double crochet. After completing this round, slip stitch to the stitch marker position. Once one motif round is complete, next we'll sew the motif to the front piece. Take out the front piece we've already crocheted. With the right side of the garment facing you, we'll sew on the right side. Pay attention when sewing here. When we crocheted the outermost round of the motif, there's a curved gap at the beginning. This is our neckline position. Connect the flat end of the neckline, which attaches to the garment body. Sew around from one corner of this collar to here. When we're sewing, this row consists of double crochets, corresponding to the 2 stitches on our motif. Thread a piece of yarn through the sewing needle. Start from the top corner of the motif. Same as the motif corner with 2 chain stitches. Then pick up the outer half stitch of the left chain stitch. Pick one strand to sew. Leave a yarn tail. Then from here on the collar, the outermost stitch. Thread through. After coming out from the body piece, go directly to the motif. Pick the next outer half stitch and the strand of this. Double crochet. Then to the 3rd stitch, which is the next row of double crochets. Pick one strand. Pass through both the motif and the body. Pull the yarn through. Then go to the motif. Pick one stitch on motif 1, then one stitch on the body. One row of double crochets corresponds to 2 stitches. Sew together like this. Keep it flat during the sewing process. After reaching the corner, we naturally turn the corner. After turning the corner, sew one stitch to another. Pick the front loop on the outside. Then pick the front loop on the outside again. Then pick the front loop on the body. Sew one stitch to another. One stitch to another here. When finishing this side, it matches the same row of double crochets on the other side, corresponding to 2 stitches on the motif. Then sew back to the neckline position. After completing one round of sewing, we thread the needle back to the wrong side. Then weave in the ends on the wrong side. Weave in the ends along the pattern of our knitting. Cut the yarn. This completes the front piece entirely. Next, we sew the body together. Take out the back piece. Sew together from the right side as well. We take the back piece with the wrong side facing you. Place the front piece on top. The wrong sides of the front and back pieces are facing each other. We sew the body section from the underarm to the bottom edge. Sewing method. It's the same as the method we just used for sewing the motifs. First, thread the needle through the bottom edge of one piece, coming out from the wrong side to the right side. Then move to the other piece. also coming out from the wrong side to the right side. Hold the yarn tail tightly. You can tie a knot with the starting tail first. Secure it. And finally weave in the ends, then we repeat. Pick up a stitch from the front piece. Then pick up a stitch from the back piece. Sew them together, matching row by row as we go. Sew 2 stitches on each double crochet. Then pick up 1 stitch per row on the 3rd row. And start picking up 1 stitch from this side again. Follow this method. Sew from the bottom edge up to the underarm position. Sew both sides of the body using the same technique. Once both sides of the body are sewn together, we move on to sewing the shoulders. The shoulder has a complete stitch here. When we sew it, sew both front and back bodies together by picking up complete stitches. Find the position of the first stitch. For the first stitch, pick up both strands of a complete stitch from the wrong side. Tighten the yarn tail here. Then find the first stitch on the other piece. Pick up both strands for a complete stitch. Then for the next second stitch, pick up both strands on the other piece. A complete stitch. Pull tight and hold the yarn tail. Then continue here. Pick up 2 corresponding stitches to sew together. Finally thread the yarn tail to the wrong side. Weave in the ends on the wrong side. Using the same method, complete sewing the other shoulder. Next, let's crochet the lace trim for the motif. On the bottom edge and right side, work a lace trim along this vertical column. Orient the motif towards yourself like this. When sewing, we picked up half stitches along the outermost round. Now half of this stitch remains. The insertion point for the lace trim is this remaining half stitch. Insert the hook with 1 yarn strand. First locate the corner motif. Corner with 2 chains. We sewed using 1 chain stitch. Find the chain stitch. Insert the hook into the remaining yarn strand. Then pull through with the yarn. Make 1 chain stitch. Gently pull to tighten. Next, make a single crochet in the same strand. This is our first stitch. Place a stitch marker to mark it. Then make 5 chain stitches. Weave in the yarn tail at the same time here. One, 2, 3, 4. 5. After making 5 chain stitches, skip 4 stitches below. Count 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert the hook into the 5th stitch. Same as before, insert the hook into the remaining yarn strand. Then make a single crochet. Continue to make 5 chain stitches. Skip another 4 stitches below. 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert the hook into the 5th stitch. Work a single crochet. Continue with 5 chain stitches. Then, skip 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert the hook into the 5th stitch and work a single crochet. 5 chain stitches. Skip 4 stitches for each single crochet. The intervals between stitches here are irregular. Follow the pattern chart for the stitch count when crocheting. 5 chain stitches and 1 single crochet. Finish this edge. Crochet to the corner. The last single crochet. Work the single crochet into the chain space at the corner. Then continue. 5 chain stitches and 1 single crochet to crochet this bottom edge section. This 4 braids are picked up on the bottom edge. Refer to the pattern to finish this row. The last stitch on this corner stitch. Let's take a look. After finishing the first row, it's just chain stitches one by one. Now for the first row, we're essentially working a wrong side row. Next, let's work the next row. Chain 3 to begin. Then turn over again. Next work a double crochet in the first stitch. This stitch is the first stitch of this row. This is equivalent to a DC2 puff bobble stitch. After completing the double crochet, mark the stitch. This is the first stitch of this row. Next work 2 chains. Then work a single crochet in the V-shaped loop below without chain. Work a single crochet. Then 2 chains. Then work a DC3 bobble stitch in the single crochet stitch below. Work a DC3 bobble stitch. Yarn over the hook. Insert the hook into the single crochet stitch below. Draw up a loop. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops on the hook. Work an incomplete double crochet, then repeat twice more. Total of 3 incomplete double crochets. Now there are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and draw through all 4 loops. That completes 1 DC3 bobble stitch. Next work 2 chains. Then work a single crochet in the braid below. Work a bobble stitch in the single crochet below the 2 chains. We work this single crochet stitch. Work 3 incomplete double crochets. Then yarn over and draw through all loops at once. That completes 1 bobble stitch. The pattern for this row is 2 chains 1 single crochet. Then 2 chains 1 bobble stitch. When you reach the corner, in this corner single crochet, we work the bobble stitch with 3 chains 1, 2, 3. Then work a bobble stitch in the corner single crochet. Followed by 3 chains. Then turn to this side. Continue working normally. 2 chains, follow the pattern to complete this row. The last stitch. Place a stitch marker here, marking the first stitch of the previous row. Work the last stitch in the first stitch of the previous row. Work this DC3 bobble stitch with 2 double crochets. In this single crochet stitch, work 2 incomplete double crochets. Then yarn over and pull through 3 loops. The second row is complete. Chain 1 and fasten off the yarn. Pull the yarn through. Switch colors to work the remaining 3 rows. Next we'll continue crocheting on the right side. Return to the first stitch marked in the second row. Insert the hook and join the yarn to work the third row. Remove the stitch marker, insert the hook into, yarn over and pull through. Chain 1, tighten and wrap the yarn to even ends. Tighten and wrap the yarn. Tighten and wrap the yarn to even ends. Chain 3, 1, 2. 3. Mark the third chain stitch with a stitch marker. This is the first stitch of our row. Chain 2 more. Down 2. Insert the hook into the 2 chain space of the previous row. Work a single crochet. Then into the next 2 chain space. Work a single crochet. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip over the bobble stitch. Work a single crochet into the next 2 chain space. Continue working single crochets into the next spaces. Chain 5. 2 single crochets. Now we've reached the corner. At the bobble stitch, we can place a stitch marker here. To mark the corner bobble stitch, above it, we'll add a 5 chain braid. First chain 5. Then work a single crochet into the bobble stitch. Then chain 5 more. Work a single crochet into the chain braid next to it. Then single crochet into the next chain space. After that follow the regular pattern. Complete this row. Finally chain 2. Work a double crochet into the last stitch of the previous row. The third row is done. Next work the fourth row. Chain 1 as beginning chain. Then turn. Work a single crochet into the first stitch. This single crochet marks the first stitch of our row. Next work. Chain 4. Work a single crochet into the chain braid of the 5 chains from the previous row. Then chain 4, single crochet. Follow this pattern until the corner position. Follow this pattern until the corner position. Work to the corner, which is above the bobble stitch, where we added these 2 braids. Work 6 chains here. Work 6 chains between these 2 5 chain braids. The single crochet is directly above the bobble stitch. Here are 6 chains. We can move the stitch marker to this 6 chain braid. Then continue with 4 chains. Work 1 single crochet to finish this row. The last single crochet is worked into the first stitch of the previous row. For row 5, work 1 beginning chain. Then turn. Insert directly into the hole of this braid. Work 2 single crochets, 1, 2, then we'll work a picket stitch. First work 3 chains, then bring the hook back to the single crochet below the strand on the side of this single crochet stitch and the vertical strand. Pick up both strands to insert the hook. Yarn over and pull through. Then pull out the first loop. Pull the second loop tight with a slip stitch. This completes 1 picket stitch. Then work 2 more single crochets in the next hole, 1, 2. Next repeat working on the following braid. 2 single crochets. 1 picket stitch, 3 chain stitches again. Go back to the single crochet below the horizontal strand and the vertical strand. Pick up both strands to insert the hook. Work a slip stitch. Continue working 2 more in the same stitch. 2 single crochets. Work this row following this pattern. Work to the stitch marked by the stitch marker, the one we just worked. On the braid of 6 chain stitches, work 3 single crochets, 1 picket. 1, 2, 3, then 1 picket. Work 3 more single crochets. Then continue normally with 2 single crochets. 1 picket. Then 2 single crochets. Finish this row. After completing the last stitch, chain 1 and break the yarn. Weave in ends. This completes the lace border of the motif. Next we'll crochet the armhole. With the right side of the garment facing you, insert the hook at the underarm position. First round of single crochets. We'll use the same color yarn as the body. For crocheting, insert the hook at the underarm seam. Work evenly into each stitch at the underarm, according to the insertion point on the chart. Chain 1 first. Then work a single crochet into the first stitch. Mark with a stitch marker the first stitch. When starting here at the underarm, we work single crochets into the stitches. When reaching the double crochet braid, we pick up the entire double crochet braid. Work single crochets around the double crochet braid. Then follow the insertion points on the chart. Work a round of single crochets along the armhole. Back to the stitch marker position. After completing the round, slip stitch into the first stitch. Chain 1 and cut the yarn. Round 1 is done. Now take out the yarn for the next round color. Work single crochets into each stitch in this row. Work another row of single crochets corresponding to the previous row. Insert the hook into the stitch where you cut the yarn and join the yarn. Chain 1, pull tight and make a single crochet in the first stitch. Mark it. Then work single crochets into each stitch of the previous round. Work single crochets evenly into each stitch. Slip stitch back to the first stitch marker. Cut the yarn after slip stitching. Switch colors to crochet the next round. The stitch pattern for the armhole motif matches the edge motif of the motif piece. The stitch technique is the same. The difference is when crocheting the armhole, we work in rounds from the right side. Without turning the work, follow the chart to complete the armhole motif crocheting. After both armholes are done, we'll learn how to crochet the neckline. Let's see what the completed armholes look like. Now let's learn how to crochet the neckline. First row of the neckline. Use the same color yarn as the body. Work one round of single crochets. Take out the yarn. Position the right side of the garment toward you. Then insert the hook to join the yarn from the left side of the motif. When working the first round of single crochets, crochet from the left side of the motif all the way to the right side. Do not work single crochets on the top part of the motif. Insert the hook into the first stitch on the left. Pull up a loop. Work a single crochet. Follow the insertion points and stitch count on the chart. Crochet around the neckline to the right side of the motif. Once you reach the right side of the motif, the first row is complete. Cut the yarn. Then switch colors to work the second round. For the second round, insert the hook above the motif. Start crocheting in the round for the second round. Above the motif. Pick up 18 stitches from the motif. Insert directly into the single crochet stitch above. Join the yarn. Make a single crochet. When crocheting, weave in the yarn tails from the back. Then insert the hook into the next stitch. Work a single crochet. Work 18 single crochets above the motif. Mark the first stitch. End this round. Join with a slip stitch in the first stitch. After completing 18 single crochets above the motif, continue with the body. For the body section, work into the single crochet stitches from the previous row. Work into each stitch in sequence. Work single crochets. After completing one round, return to the first stitch. Join with a slip stitch to return to the starting position. Join with a slip stitch to end this round of crocheting. Next, switch colors. Switch colors by inserting the hook where we just broke the yarn. Join the yarn and work the next row with single crochets. Do not turn the work. Continue crocheting in rounds on the right side. Mark the first single crochet stitch. Work into the single crochet stitches from the previous row. Work into each stitch in sequence. After completing one round, join with a slip stitch in the first stitch. Do not break the yarn. The next round is still the same color. Chain 1 to begin. Then work a single crochet into the stitch where we joined with a slip stitch. This is the first stitch of this round. Continue crocheting in rounds to the left. Do not turn the work. Work even in rounds without increasing or decreasing. Single crochet rows. After completing the rows on the chart, let's learn the final round of crocheting. After completing the single crochet rows, we'll crochet the next round of lace trim. Attach yarn into the stitch where the yarn was cut from the previous row. Then chain 1. After joining the yarn, we'll insert the hook back into the 2 rows below. The first row from the top, the second row, and then directly below this. Insert hook into the stitch of the third row. Yarn over and pull through. Then enlarge the loop. After enlarging, now there are 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over and work a single crochet, then chain 1, 2, 3. Then yarn over the hook. Pass through the middle of the long line segment below. Yarn over and pull through to make a double crochet. 1 double crochet, then yarn over the hook, still pick up the long line to insert the hook, then work another double crochet. Next insert the hook directly into this long line. Skip 2 stitches. Insert into the third stitch. Then yarn over and pull through. Pull this yarn out through this loop. Adjust the length. Work a single crochet. There's a crossing shape below here. Then continue to repeat. Insert the hook directly into the previous one. Yarn over and pull through the hole, adjust it. Then work a single crochet. Then chain 3. Then insert under this yarn. Work 2 double crochets here, 1, 2. Then insert the hook directly, thread it through this yarn. Count 2 stitches to the left. Insert into the third stitch. Yarn over and pull through, then pull it over from this side, adjust the yarn over. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Keep repeating this action. Complete 1 round. After finishing the last stitch, slip stitch into the starting stitch where we joined the yarn. Conclude this round of crocheting. The neckline is completed. Next we'll crochet a front band. Here I'm using a swatch for demonstration. Starting with a foundation chain, chain the number of stitches required in the chart. Chain the exact number of stitches specified in the pattern chart. Then we mark the last stitch with a stitch marker. Chain 1 as beginning chain. Work a single crochet into the first stitch marked by the marker. Make a single crochet. Insert the hook into. Pick up the front loop and the 2 back strands. Complete the single crochet. This single crochet is the first stitch of our first row. Continue. Work evenly. Work a single crochet into each chain space. Complete the first row. After completing the first row of single crochets, chain 1 as beginning chain. Turn counterclockwise. Insert the hook into the first single crochet. Continue with single crochets for the second row. Work evenly. Work a single crochet into each single crochet stitch above. After completing 2 rows of single crochets, chain 1 for the third row. Turn. Work 2 single crochets. 1, 2, then make a picot. Next work 3 single crochets. A picot. Follow the pattern chart to complete this row. Cut the yarn immediately after completing the third row. The front band is completed crocheting. Next thread a sewing needle with a piece of front band. Same color yarn to sew the front band. With the right side of the garment facing you from the bottom edge. Start sewing at the 5th row. The front band runs down the left column of the motif. Follow along this edge of the motif. Find the position of the double crochets in the column below. Begin sewing from the 5th row below the garment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is above this double crochet. Start sewing from here. Pick up the bottom of this double crochet with the sewing needle. The bottom of this double crochet. Then take out the front band. Check that the right side of the front band is facing outward, meaning the starting tail is facing the bottom edge. 1 row of the garment body corresponds to 2 single crochets on the front band. When crocheting the front band, we left a chain stitch yarn tail. Insert the needle into this yarn tail. When you reach the diamond-shaped hole here, skip it directly without sewing. Skip 2 rows here, which means find the 4th stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert into the 4th stitch and come out. Directly find the top of the next row, 2nd row. Pull tight the yarn tail. Then the next stitch is a double crochet, corresponding to 2 stitches. The double crochet in the middle of the 5 double crochets. The 5th stitch. This double crochet should be worked into 2 chain spaces. Continue to the next row. Pick up 2 strands on the middle double crochet. Then move to the next. 1 strand on the chain stitch. 1 double crochet for 2 stitches. We work 1 row corresponding to 2 stitches. When you reach the diamond-shaped hole, start with 1 stitch. Then skip the middle one without sewing. Directly sew the 4th stitch. Sew. Continue sewing upward like this. When you reach the motif position, when sewing the motif, sew 1 row corresponding to 2 stitches on the side. Here you can pick up this stitch on the motif. Sew stitch by stitch corresponding 1 to 1. Pick up 1 stitch on one side. Sew all the way up to the neckline position. The collar edge also needs to be sewn. After the motif is completed, continue sewing upward. When reaching the neckline area, pick up 1 stitch on the body. Pick up 1 stitch on the front band. Finally, weave in the yarn tail to the wrong side. This completes the front band section. Next, let's learn how to crochet the bottom edge. With the right side of the garment facing you, and the bottom edge facing upward, join the yarn. Crochet the pattern along the bottom edge of the garment, starting from the side seam area. Insert the hook into the side seam, where we sewed. First work 1 round of single crochets in the same color. Insert the hook into the side edge. Insert the hook into the side seam. 1 loop. Then pull through with yarn. Make a single crochet. Okay, this is the first stitch. For the bottom edge we have a remaining yarn strand from the foundation chain. When we started crocheting, pick up that remaining strand to insert the hook. Insert the hook into that remaining strand. Then work a single crochet. Tuck in the yarn tail. At the 5 double crochets place we correspondingly pick up the remaining strand to insert the hook. Work a single crochet. For the stitch count of the pattern rows later, when picking up stitches on the front and back bodies, we need to add 3 extra stitches each side. At the 5 double crochets place, we correspondingly pick up the remaining strand to insert the hook. Work a single crochet then into this chain 2 space. We evenly pick up an extra single crochet in 3 places on each side. Normally it should be 2 chain stitches equal 2 single crochets. Then we work an extra 1 here. Work 3 single crochets. That adds 1 stitch. Next the middle one. The remaining strand counts as 1 stitch. Then this side is normal. As usual, 2 single crochets on this braid. Next for the 5 double crochets area, work single crochets evenly. Pick up stitches along the bottom edge like this. Complete 1 round of single crochets. Stitch count refers to the pattern chart. After completing the round, join with a slip stitch at the first stitch marker. Next round we switch colors. Along this round of single crochets, work even with single crochets. After completing the second round of single crochets, slip stitch in the first stitch, then work the third round. Chain 1, start with a single crochet in the stitch where you just slip stitched. This is the first stitch of this row. If you're not confident, continue marking with a stitch marker. Then chain 3. Skip 3 stitches underneath. 1, 2, 3, single crochet in the fourth single crochet stitch. Chain 3. Skip 3 stitches, single crochet in the fourth stitch. After completing this round, slip stitch in the first stitch. Cut the yarn. Switch colors for the next round. From the chain 3 loop on the left side of the cut yarn, insert the hook to join the yarn. First make a single crochet. Chain 5. Weave in end 1. Then single crochet in the next chain stitch. Chain 5. Single crochet in the next chain stitch. Continue chain 5. Single crochet in the next chain stitch. After 3 chain 5 loops, we make 10 chains. Then skip 1 chain stitch underneath. Single crochet in the next chain stitch. This round follows this pattern. After completing this round, slip stitch in the first stitch. Finish this round of crocheting. Next round change colors. Chain and cut the yarn. Weave in ends. From the slip stitch, attach yarn to the left side of the chain 5 loop. Single crochet. Then chain 5. Single crochet in the next chain stitch. Continue chain 5. Single crochet in the next chain stitch. Then in the 10 chain loop below, 6 double crochets. Pick up this chain directly. First 6 double crochets. Then chain 3. Then 6 double crochets. Single crochet directly in the next chain stitch. Repeat the following pattern. Chain 5. Single crochet in next chain stitch, chain 5. Single crochet in next chain stitch, 6 double crochets in the 10 chain loop. chain 3, 6 double crochets. Repeat this pattern around the circle. After completing the last stitch, slip stitch in the first single crochet, finish this round and cut the yarn. Change colors for the next round. In the next round we start from the single crochet where we cut the yarn. Attach yarn in the 5 chain loop next to it. Make a single crochet, then chain 5. Single crochet in the next chain stitch. Then chain 6. Then, in the 3 chain loophole from the previous row, work 3 double crochets. Then chain 3 and work 3 double crochets. Then chain 6. Single crochet in the next 5 chain loop. Repeat this pattern for this round. Slip stitch in the first stitch, finish this round. Switch yarn for the next round. Same as before, attach yarn to the 5 chain loop next to the cut yarn. Join yarn. Work 1 single crochet. Then, on the left 6 chain braid, work 8 double crochets. After completing 8 double crochets, 1 picket, chain 3. Then pick up the double crochet stitches below. Pick up the inner strand and the diagonal strand. Insert the hook into both strands. Slip stitch. Then work 1 double crochet in the chain 3 space. 1 picket. Let's see again. Pick up the horizontal double crochet stitches, the inner strand and the vertical strand. Slip stitch. Then work another double crochet in the same stitch. Then 1 picket. Continue to work another double crochet on this chain. Then 1 picket. Next work in the 6 chain space. 8 double crochets. We've worked 4 picots here. After completing 8 double crochets, work a single crochet in the next 5 chain space. This completes one group. This round, we'll follow this pattern for crocheting. After completing the last stitch, slip stitch in the first stitch, finish this round of crocheting. Cut the yarn. Weave in the ends, and this completes the bottom edge. Next we'll work on the second layer of the bottom edge. Starting from the 4th row counting from the body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th and 5th rows. Fold it in half here. Insert the hook into the stitch of the 5th row. Crochet the lace trim on top. After folding in half, insert the hook into the double crochet stitch, and pick up both strands below. Then first work a round of single crochets with the same color yarn. The stitch count matches this layer of the bottom edge. The number of stitches is the same. Pull up a loop and work. Make 1 single crochet. This is the first stitch of this lace trim layer. Then continue with double crochets by picking up the stitches below. Work single crochets with both strands. Then to this chain stitch, we insert the hook into the stitch from the previous row. Here starts with 6 double crochets. Picked up 6 single crochets. Then here we pick up the stitch below. Insert into the stitch from the previous row, 1, 2. Then for these 2 double crochets, we can pick the middle stitch from the previous row. Insert 3 stitches. 4, 5. Then to the double crochet section, we continue picking up the double crochet stitches. Similarly, we need to increase 3 stitches for both front and back bodies. When increasing, we can do this at the 2 double crochet spot. Pick the double crochet stitches diagonally at the 2 double crochet spot. Make 1 single crochet to add a stitch. When reaching the front band, we pick up the front band together. Pick 2 strands of the double crochet stitches, then insert into the front band edge. Single crochet. Secure it here. Then continue picking up stitches backward following the pattern. Finish with a slip stitch on the first stitch. The following stitch pattern is the same as the bottom edge motif. Follow the method you learned in previous videos. Complete crocheting the second layer lace trim. After the garment is crocheted finished, sew the pearl buttons at corresponding positions shown in the picture, using sewing needle to attach the pearls, sewing together with the main part simultaneously. Connect the front band to the main part. Next we'll make the pearl tassel below the motif. Take out the sewing thread. Thread a pendant at the bottom. Cut the yarn off. Then take the beading needle. The middle of the beading needle can be pulled apart. Thread the yarn tail through it. Then pull through a bit to hang here. Next, we use the beading needle to thread beads. Following the pattern of 2 small beads. 1 large bead. Repeat 3 groups. Let's check the bead pattern. Thread it below. Then take out the yarn. We insert the sewing needle to sew. Or you can sew directly with the beading needle. Then take out the garment. Sew it onto the motif. Below the lace trim, you can sew directly onto the outermost stitch. Secure once. Tie a knot on the wrong side. Then weave in the ends. Using the same method, we have a total of 6 tassels below. Complete making them using the same method, and hang them in the corresponding position. Next, use a sewing needle to secure the corners of the lace to the garment body. Ironing before securing will make it flatter. If you have any unclear parts during the crocheting process, don't hesitate to join our Facebook group to get supports. Susan's Family. Susan's Family. Supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.